Parsay Productions is back at it with the 2020 Lake Superior Open, brought to you by Northern Lights Disc Golf. Gotta go, gotta throw an OTV disc. And this property is amazing. You can see that look right there. Again, we're on the top of the hill on Hidden Meadow for this first round here. This is back nine coverage. Ben Kroll on the mic.
With Derek Sahr, and that first half was crazy. Tunnel shots, par fives. Wow, I can't wait to see what this back nine is going to bring.
Yeah, this is my favorite course on the property. I think it's the best pro level competitive course. Although we start off here 173 feet, seems pretty easy, but
Yeah.
There's some teeth on this hole as well too. You still got to hit your tunnel right off the tee, and if you go a little too long and get into this kind of brush pile, it gets a little weird in there. But I think all these guys are going to put themselves on the putting green and give themselves a chance here.
Yeah, earlier there was, not really need to get birdies, but this one, you may want to put that on that list for these guys.
Yeah, you feel pretty bad if you don't get this hole. There's not a ton of birdies out here unless you're shooting really hot, so come up to a hole like this and you really want to get it, puts a premium on it. A couple great shots there from Cale and Noah to start.
Yeah, pretty routine, just the putter, uphill, something kind of flippier, and just get it to land nice and flat on that little hillside. Boy, Alex is throwing that. I'm assuming it's an AVR, and that thing is flippy. He puts that thing on a hyzer angle. It just stands right up instantly.
Yeah, I went right by that last kind of half tree stump.
Oh, come on. Get in. Get it.
JohnE running it, calling for it.
Right?
Over top, I think.
Cale looked so confused. Like, where'd the miss?
I'm old, can't see. Nice shot, John.
Heard JohnE there. I'm old, can't see. I don't know where it missed.
Oh,
no.
Too gentle with it.
That's the second time. Just kind of pushed off that left side, caught the top of the basket and pushed away. It's unfortunate there.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic for Noah to miss one, within 20 feet. I'm sure he'll shake it off, and whatever hole's next, he'll get the birdie on.
Yeah, I think this hole was laid on its side for a while. I think that's why those chains are rusted there. A little strange. You don't usually see that on these baskets. They the chains usually hold up pretty well.
Correct, yeah. And there's that brush pile you're talking about. And luckily, JohnE just bounced right off it.
Yeah, pushed it right back.
There you can see A-Russ's putter just standing right up. I'm curious. That thing must be pretty old or beat up.
Yeah, you really need that kind of shot on that hole, though.
Hi, Jennifer Allen here with Parsay, helping them in a giveaway to thank you for watching. They're going to be giving away over $100 worth of their social CBD products and my 2018 Tour Series T-Bird and a Rock 3 with my World Distance Record stamp. Good luck!
Yeah, cool to see Social CBD really getting in the disc golf game. Again, go check them out for those restorative products. Again, 100% CBD product, no THC in it at all.
Yeah, really great for your aches and pains that disc golf can bring your way. Jumping into hole 11, par 3, 305 feet. Kind of up and then down a little bit over this little hillside. Kind of finishing a little bit left, but you don't want to go too far left because then you'll get into some woods.
Yeah, this requires a very straight shot. Kind of need a fairway driver to get all the way there, and the hole falls away. The hill kind of falls away to the left. So throwing those higher speed discs really like to fade back left, and they can put you off the fairway, make it a tough putt for you. This is one of my favorite holes on the course. Just requires just the perfect line, forehand, backhand. Needs to be nice and straight and finish soft on the ground near the hole.
Oh, that looks really good.
That looks so pure. It's going to fade a little bit at the end, but just pushing past that last bush, and he's only got 15 feet left. Great shot.
Yeah, it's something pretty flippy, throwing it kind of flat, getting a little bit of flex out of it, and just absolutely perfect.
JohnE's still getting a lot of distance, though, pushing right, and it's really open over there. He'll probably have one pine tree in his way to the hole.
Yeah, I'm happy but surprised he got full flight still out of that disc. Otherwise, hitting early on this hole doesn't seem very ideal.
And everybody else is throwing fairway drivers. Noah's going to throw his Nova.
Yeah. All right, Noah.
Great shot. Probably about 30 feet short, just in front of that bush. Shouldn't be in the way, though.
He loves that Nova. That thing is a staple in his bag. And here we go, everybody. JohnE McCray turbo putt. Oh.
That is such a fun one to watch. Gave it a pretty good bid. Looks so clean coming out of his hand.
Yeah, he's been doing that for years. And I'm sure you can type in, JohnE McCray turbo putt, and you'll see some pretty sweet highlights of it.
Cale just outside the circle. Surprised he didn't try jumping that one from about 50 feet.
Yeah, boy.
Great putt from there from Noah. Getting the height up and letting it drop into the basket.
Yeah, he needed that from that little dinker uphill one that he missed. Really great comeback putt from Noah there.
And Northern Lights Disc Golf helping sponsor our coverage. This got way up in the air.
Yeah, you could see that some chalk came off of his hand too, or something right when it put a little ploof of chalk or dirt, maybe in his case here. But such a good putt.
A-Ross just tapping in here for his birdie. This is just crazy. Such a good shot. And we talked a little bit about it already. This Mont property that Northern Lights Disc Golf helps out on. Bryan Lagergren, his dad owns the property, and it's just awesome having 3 courses. All these courses are amazing as well too. And Montelak Ski Hill also has all sorts of cabins. They have a big swimming area down at the base as well too, next to some of those cabins. It's just a fun place to be at. They even kind of put a little harbor into the bay area, so a couple docks you can fish off of or take a couple kayaks out on.
Geez, so it really is kind of an all excursion weekend, and plus they have that archery range that you mentioned earlier on in the first coverage as well.
They have an archery tournament out here, like a bow fest thing that goes on usually the weekend before, and they get hundreds of people out here on this property for that.
So cool. They do a great job out here, I'll tell you what.
And Bryan's really been growing this tournament. I think we filled it up to like 250, almost 300 people this year.
That's right.
It was so cool to see how many people came out, and big players here as well too, as you see. Brings us into hole 12, 254 feet. Nice straight tunnel shot to start, and then really turns right at the end. If you air a little too high on this basket though and start pushing right too far, it really starts getting downhill, and you can get pretty far down there. So most of these guys will be throwing either a putter backhand or kind of a little chip hyzer forehand.
Yeah, and I'm a bit surprised. This might be the first time we're seeing Alex throw that forehand.
And this is definitely a forehand hole if you have it, in my opinion. Because you want to come inside those last trees he just came in front of, and it's hard to do that with the backhand.
Now, his seemed, in my eyes, a little high, or is that you need that height to be able to push right enough?
Yeah, I'd say with that forehand, I think you do need that height. Even Noah getting some height on it, really got to get that left to right. Cut it just a little tight and almost put it in.
Gosh, but wow, look at that drop off. You were not kidding. If his disc had more height to it and it got some flight,
Yeah, he needed to hit the basket there. He'll still have about 25 feet, but I think he got on the downward part of that hill. Okay, a little softer there, making sure he doesn't push too far. That looked perfect.
Whoa, that flashed the chains. You could see the shadow and everything. These guys are just ace running.
Dang, that'd be such a fun one to get. It is blind for these guys from the tee box. This looks a little tight from JohnE, but not too bad.
Off the top of the basket.
That was the best one yet.
He said dollar.
Dollars. Give him your dollars, boys.
Earlier he talked about his old eyes. I'm sure he's got old ears too. He couldn't hear it hit the basket. Poor JohnE, but he's still got all the game in the world.
Great putt from Noah. He's looking really good right now, especially after missing a short one.
I gotta say, Noah's putt is always interesting to me. I always tell people that when you putt, hold that follow through. And Noah kind of short arms his putt, and it works great for me. One of the better putters on tour, and it's so interesting to see that every single time. He's so good with it.
Yeah, he looks just nervous as heck every time he lets it out. Like, I don't know what it's going to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks so good every time. And it just drops right in there. And really good style. This is one of the best putters in the world here with JohnE McCray up.
And you can see why.
It looks the same every time it comes out. It's almost boring.
Yeah. Boy, look at the concentration on his face behind that pearly white beard.
Yeah, it's always what I notice with the best putters. They keep that head so still and the eyes are always focused on the same thing.
Yeah, and there's that follow through that I like to teach. He followed through, kept it high. It was a straddle putt for him, and his arm was coming up with the basket. Looked really good.
Yeah, I was been told to shake hands with the basket. No, it just wants to pull away.
Yeah, no, it doesn't want to shake your hand. He's been, COVIDing for a while now with the basket.
Yeah. Cale, easy too. And A-Russ here to round out the card with a star frame. And it's kind of what you expect from our feature card.
Nice frame, guys.
Yeah, it might be the first star frame of the round.
I believe it is. There's that shot off the basket. He just couldn't even see. So cool.
Such a good, like you said, follow through. It really holds it, really commits to that follow through.
And these guys are starting to get some birdies. This back half, they are turning it on. Hole 13, another par 5, 659 feet. It kind of snakes in a sense. You got to go all the way out. Then you kind of go through this meadow here that you're about to see the flyover, and then it goes left through this tunnel all the way down here where the green is, pretty guarded by these trees as well.
Yeah, and it's only a par 5 because of how tight this fairway is to start. Really all it takes is a nice mid-range backhand, can put you in the center of the fairway, and then kind of a pimped driver shot from there. But it does open up, once you get halfway down this hole. It's just this initial shot is just so difficult to get yourself in the right spot.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting, seeing A-Russ throw forehand, Noah throw backhand, and then they both have great forehands, and they're kind of switching off. And
I think
that's clean. That looks good.
I think the forehand's a safer play. It's always going to give you some sort of shot. But I do think the backhand plays better to really push up and give yourself a chance at that eagle. And Noah threw a perfect shot. I think he's going to be in great position to even maybe go for that elusive 3. Cale, M4, really pushing it out to the left. Trying to get a little straighter off the tee shot and then get it to turn late. But he should be in a good spot. Probably still be able to get his 4, no problem.
And JohnE's game being pretty similar to Cale, that hyzer flip.
Also pushing left there and hitting an early tree. There's a moose over there as well too from Bowfest. There's a couple targets out here. Some pretty funny ones as well too. I know there used to be a Yeti somewhere on the course.
Clean. Thank you.
JohnE getting lucky going early left. And he might be in a tough spot to get up and down even from there because it gets pretty thick over in those trees early left.
But he got some distance. I mean, that is...
He did get a lot of distance.
Jeez.
A-Russ probably just trying to throw this chip hyzer forehand and get out of the woods, and not what he was looking for. Going to be a difficult birdie from there.
Cale with the rare forehand.
Yep, again, pushed that disc a little too straight. Didn't get it turning. Great little forehand to put him in a spot to get up and down from. Joey catching the action there. A-Russ after that unfortunate second shot. Tough spot to get up and down from. He's just playing for his par at this point.
Yeah, being a little bit higher, you may have got some decent flakes. It does go downhill after kind of this crest, but just didn't quite get the height. Maybe he couldn't get behind it.
Again, Noah in absolutely perfect position. Probably about 440 from the pin. This is looking great.
Wow.
Let's go, dude. I think he's within like 12 feet maybe.
Holy cow. He got all the way up to past the second meadow and into the green right there. Unbelievable.
Again, the distance is not what makes this hole tough. it's these lanes and these fairways. Cale throwing a pretty good shot. Maybe going just a little long right. But he's on the putting green for his birdie.
Wow, and Cale needed that as well with his kind of a struggle of a tee shot there.
Yeah, he's trying to manufacture something. That's all you can do out here in this type of course. A-Russ should be a pretty easy par there. Got about 20 feet left. JohnE going thumber from a pretty difficult position. We'll see if he can get up and down.
What? Holy cow.
Yeah, that was very difficult. I don't know how he got up and down from there.
Jeez, he really is the jack of all trades.
He's got all the shots.
Yeah, Cale.
Great putt from Cale. This is a green where you can get some weird wind. Again, having the meadow on both sides, you just get some weird flusters through here.
Mm-hmm. And I like that where, you can't feel it on one part of the hole and then you can feel it on another.
Yeah. Great putt from Cale. Solid.
Oh, he didn't blow off his putter, unless I missed it. I didn't see him blow off his putter like he usually does.
It looks like everybody else should be tapping in pretty close here, which means we're going to see an eagle.
Yeah.
Look at this from Noah.
Jeez. For 3.
He could dunk it from there.
And Noah, there's that even keelness that he always keeps. He doesn't get too happy and he doesn't get too sad. He just kind of keeps that even keel, which is really, really good for a mental game.
He's just such an underrated player. You don't hear many people talk about him on tour yet. He's one of the youngest guys out there, grinding every weekend. And he has the game to win every weekend at any course, any tournament.
Yeah, and he's in California right now as well, kind of doing his thing out there, which is really cool.
Yeah, he's just in Arizona before that, getting the reps in, getting the off-season practice in. Be on the lookout for him next year.
Look at that. Jumping up. Tying Cale for the lead on this card.
My name's Scott Matheson, and I'm a calisthenics athlete. I train with rubber bands because they improve my strength, my stability, my flexibility, and I can take them anywhere. It's all about training smarter with natural movement. What I love best about rubber bandits is seeing noticeable gains in my physique and my athletic performance. It helped me progress from assisted movements to freestyle flow. Exercise your freedom and join me in the Rubberlution.
Speaking of off-season training, again, check these guys out. They've been supporting our coverage here at Par Save, and they can really help you guys improve your game, hopefully keep you injury-free as well, too, if you're working on the right exercises and putting those reps in. Brings us into hole 14, par 4. This is at 528 feet, but this thing, in actual distance of what you're playing, is a lot closer to, I would say, 650 to 700, because this first shot, you got to be about 350 feet or more down the fairway, and you do have a Mando tree you got to come inside of. Very difficult shot, and the ground's falling away from you on the left, so if your disc is hyzering too much, it's going to be a really tough shot. Noah just peering this line here, and even pushing down into the next line of fairway here.
Geez, what a cool hole. They got that big ravine right in the middle of it. And you got to hit a tunnel shot off the tee.
Yeah, so the year before I helped do some DR mower stuff. I got blisters on my hands for like the 6 hours that I had worked on the course, and Lager is just like, I put 6 hours in every single day at least.
Yeah, blisters on your hands.
But
he doesn't even get blisters anymore.
But you can imagine the mower going up and down this hill, this ravine. I mean, it was kind of self-powered, but yeah, doing work.
Yeah, no kidding. I've put in one course in my life, and it was flat, and it was still a ton of work.
Yeah, again, this course takes a lot to maintain, this property in general. JohnE throwing the perfect shot. It does not get better than that. All the way down to the bottom of the ravine, and he has no more than maybe 150 feet left, although it is uphill, a little tricky, but that was insane to get that far.
Jeez.
And get that push down the hill.
He almost got to that little bridge down there at the bottom. Oh, my.
This looks a little early left from A-Russ. We'll have to see if he has any lanes to get to the basket, but it gets really tough over there on the left side.
Yeah, you'd almost want to be more straight than you would left on this hole, because getting left, you can get a little pinched off, which looks like Cale might be here.
Yeah, there's a few lanes through these tree limbs. Cale just throwing an M4, his stable one. Probably put him about circle's edge there, right on the top of the hill.
Want to make sure he's waiting on me.
Mm-hmm.
I think he is.
Yep, you're up, dude.
Boy, Alex looking at a lot of different options here.
Yeah, this is what early left gets you. Very difficult, but there's a couple lanes. See if he finds one. Hitting a lot of stuff on the way out. You could hear it.
He might have a look if he got towards the edge of the tree line there.
No, a pretty routine from where he's at. And gets a nice stop there from some stumps or something on the ground, it looked like.
What a great stop.
Yeah, those bushes come up really quick on the top of this hill and can really make your putt tough from even 20 feet.
Can you believe Johnny's right here off the tee?
That's crazy.
What a great upshot as well. A little left, but shouldn't be a problem for how great of a putter Johnny is.
And Alex did get up this hill a little bit. Not sure how much of an actual putt he has or look at the basket, but he's going to try to manufacture something. Little short, little low. Got about 25, 30 feet left for his par.
Cale. Oh, what a putt.
Great putt from Cale, just short on the hill.
Yeah, and he had that really tricky upshot. He had to keep that thing really tight.
And that back leg is so much more downhill than the front leg. It's pretty steep right there.
Perfect putt. Such a wooded course, and they do such a good job with their elevation as well.
Yeah, and like I said, they've really trimmed the course up, so that way the fairway isn't that crazy. Again, being up here in a smaller town, these courses don't get played as much as maybe some other courses would. But it's pretty close to Duluth, so they get quite a bit of traffic from there. And A-Russ just a little short. Not quite what he wanted for his par save.
Yeah, I think that might be his first bogey of the round. Johnny with that amazing drive, capitalizing with a great birdie.
See if Noah can't follow suit. Yeah, very routine.
Johnny's wife on the bag.
Yeah, these guys are just battling here.
Yep. Holy cow.
Real fun to watch.
Alex with that tough bogey kind of faltering a little bit, but it's tight at the top.
Yeah, and these last few holes are birdieable, every single one of them, but you can get in a lot of trouble on any of these holes, especially this one. Hole 15, 251 feet, but probably plays closer to 300. Very tight tunnel there. I think the best shot is actually a flex forehand that comes back at the end. Really tough to get a straight, fairway driver down there for a backhand player.
Now, is there two lanes on this hole, so you can kind of pick your choice?
Yeah, technically you can go up there to the left side. It's just so much harder to get all the way to the basket. And I like to play that left side mid-range and plays a little safer for a 3. Oh my gosh.
What?
It's in. Yes. Noah.
Noah's holding it up.
He didn't know. He was like, huh?
He looked like he was in shock there, getting a lot of love from the card.
Nice.
This is such a difficult hole, and he just peered it.
The skip ace. Boy, yeah, he threw something kind of stable. Thing got stable right there.
Yeah, you really need to flex this shot. Perfect skip, and that was money.
Oh, nice job, Noah. Couldn't happen to anybody better.
Let's go, dude.
Look at he's
like, no way. What? Did just do that? A 1? I'll take a 1.
Yeah, he said it.
Yeah.
He said it.
Hey, he told me. That's my boy right there. Let's go, Noah.
And he still stays pretty even keel. Like he's smiling a little bit, but he's still being all right.
Oh, seriously.
And I'm getting word A-Russ stamped Firebird. That's why that thing hooked back so hard at the end there.
I knew it was kind of a stable disc. It's kind of funny that he aced with the Alex Russell disc with Alex Russell on his card.
Does that mean he has to pay him an extra $5 then?
I think something. I mean, geez, he better have bought him dinner or something, you know.
Or maybe he doesn't have to pay the 51 because it's his disc.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Cale, very backhand dominant player. This is such a difficult shot to go up the middle with the backhand. Really need to get that thing on hyzer and not have it flipping up till even 200 feet or so. I think JohnE's going that wide route we talked about early. And the height on this is the difficult part. There's some limbs up here you have to miss. And just catching him, but he's right up there, about 20 feet, yeah.
Kind of a hop, skip, and a jump to the basket there, geez.
Great line from JohnE.
And A-Russ's forehand form, if you pay attention here, there's that little crow hop that he does. Boy, that looks like Noah's.
A little earlier, not getting a big skip, but he is right there. This is a tough birdie. This is not an easy one to get.
Noah putting his hustle pants on.
JohnE, hell of a turnover, man. Nice shot.
Yeah, Noah's so fun to watch on the card. Never know what's going to happen. You heard it from the man himself, Firebird.
Congratulations, Noah. That's awesome.
Yeah. Aces are fun, but they're even better when you catch them on film. And this is Cale's really overstable PA3. It's that clump of trees right there. He just got by, and that makes a very difficult putt if you were to hit those and stay behind them.
And JohnE, with an amazing shot with the backhand. Like you said, that height is tough to keep that whole way.
Again, these are some bonus birdies. I mean, these guys are just attacking this hole. They're going to play this hole 4 down on the card. And that's insane. It's just so tight.
Jeez. Cale, not too happy with the par here, but, you know, it doesn't play favorable for him, I think. There's other holes that he's looking to attack out here.
Let's watch it again.
He looks so confused. Like, what? Huh?
Give it to him. That is awesome. Taking a 2-stroke lead on the card with only 3 holes left here on the first round.
Hole 16, 194 feet. This one plays over the ravine and off to the right. Another favorable forehand shot, but people will also throw like a putter flip up. Not very far, so you don't need too much distance out of it, but it's pretty well guarded with these trees around the green on the front side of it.
Yeah, and this angle is so difficult. There's these couple early trees on the right side. You want to get so close to those because there's the split birch tree at the top of the hill you need to get inside of. It looked like Noah ran the basket maybe a little early or maybe a little long left even. But he should be up there putting on the green, and any putt on this hole is going to be good. You'll take it. I kind of actually like this forced over backhand line with a putter mid that just kind of slowly fades out the whole way, so it just keeps its air underneath it. Similar to where Noah's ended up, just a little shorter.
Yeah, and that cutout too helps a lot. Instead of a forehand that can get a little skippy, with that backhand, it angling down, it usually cuts. You know, of course you don't want to cut roll, but just like JohnE's did theirs. Perfectly nestle up just short of the basket.
Yeah, again, Alex just coming right inside that birch tree and not getting much skip though, so he's got about 40 feet left. And we just saw Lager on the coverage there talking to JohnE. Lager's been doing again great things for this area, helping put courses in. He helped put a lot of baskets in over at Highbridge Hills, and Cale just catching that birch tree. Again, that's the only thing really to miss if you can get through that first gap. No, went pretty far left and long. We might have missed Cale's upshot.
I'm going to assume it's close.
I'm going to assume it as well. A-Russ from about 40 feet.
Great putt.
Right on the pole. on a day that he hasn't been having the best round, especially comparatively to the rest of the card.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing is, he may not be having the best round compared to the card, but for the tournament, he's not doing bad at all.
No, not at all. Although there's a lot of hot guns out here. A lot of people came up for the tournament this year. I've never seen this many open players at the Lake Superior Open before, but I hope it continues to build that way. JohnE just banking a little off to the side. Didn't quite hit the putt center. Cale does have a little bit of work left for his par.
Yeah, good save from Cale.
Solid comeback there from Noah for his par as well.
Yeah, I just like that this property, there's so much to do. It's not just a disc golf resort, which is great, and I love disc golf resorts. I could live at one, but there's so much other cool stuff to do on this property. Like you were saying, the archery, the fishing, the swimming.
They even have like a water slide as well too. In the winter, they have the skiing and tubing hills.
Of course.
Yeah, this place is pretty cool. You can bring the whole fam out here for this tournament.
Boy, Noah, 2 strokes up on Cale and JohnE right now.
Yeah, it brings us into hole 17, 194 feet. Another one of those holes you really want to get, but this tree right here in the center, about to go by it now. I mean, that thing just, it makes this fairway. It is so difficult to hit this shot and not have that tree in your mind, regardless of what side you want to go, left or right of it. It just makes you have to think about it, and just a little flip-up putter shot is all you need.
I'm guessing this tree has a lot of those little disc nicks, I like to call them.
It gets me every time.
Yep. Hopefully it gets nobody on this card. Maybe a different tree.
No, that was it.
That was
the tree.
Okay.
He misses that at all, left or right, and that thing's parked. Like, it's just how this hole works. You just got to just barely miss it. Noah going just left of it and still pushing all the way up the fairway. That probably is the tighter side, I would say, that left side.
Yeah, at only 194 feet. It's not a very long hole at all, but just the technicality of it.
That's what I like about this course. All these shorter holes have so much technicality.
Oh.
Yep. And you get kicked to that left side, and this is not a guaranteed up and down from where those guys ended up either. Cale, knowing that Noah's up there, knows he needs to give himself a chance.
Yeah, I'm really hoping Cale misses the tree. I don't want to see any more into that tree.
We're already at least at 50%.
Oh.
And now we're at 75%.
Oh, no.
That tree is so mean. It's just right in the way, and you have to just barely miss it to get it down the lane.
Yeah, you called that.
Great upshot from Alex. He still has a little work left, but from where he was, that's very difficult. Cale, not much of a forehand player. Makes it a little bit trickier, I believe, for him.
Yeah, kind of doing a weird step out, but wow, worked out great. I mean, not a very far hole, so as long as you're just getting up the fairway a little bit, JohnE in almost the same spot.
He'll probably be looking to run this even a little bit. And those guys should all be carting their pars, hopefully. Noah putting himself in a difficult position off the tee. Got about 25 feet left, straddling a down tree.
Yeah.
Makes it look really easy, though.
Wow, Noah having quite a great round with only one to go.
He's really shooting hot here at the end.
Yeah, he's been turning it on.
2 eagles and like 3 holes, right?
And if you remember, he started off the slowest as well with that bogey. So it's that just goes to show that the first hole means, I mean, yes, it means something, but it really shouldn't set the tone for your entire round.
No, I mean, you can always come back and always shoot a hot round, and Noah's always got a good attitude out there as well. That definitely helps.
Yeah.
And looks like everybody else will be carding their par while Noah's getting his birdie, extending his lead on the feature card even more.
Yeah, towards his back half, you really can string some birdies together to make something great happen. Look at that. No wobble. Dead center. Just a perfect putt by Alex there.
I like Alex's putt. It just, it's that kind of spush putt where it just has a good amount of spin that's going to cut the wind and has no wobble to it.
All right, hole 18, 295 feet. Kind of plays a slow uphill and a little to the right as well. It would be a long flip up forehand or a backhand that finishes pretty straight, honestly. But of course, finishing slightly right would be a little bit better. But just get it down the tunnel and you'll be all right.
It's another one of those holes that has one tree right in the middle. Again, the gap is already so small and you got to throw the disc so hard. And then there's one tree to miss.
75% again, Ben?
I don't think it'll be quite that much. Noah, that is amazing. It's so hard to get all the way pin height on this hole.
Jeez.
It takes so much power with how tight this gap is. Again, camera doesn't really do it justice how tight it is to get out of this shot. And to finish on this hole is very difficult to get a birdie on. Alex getting on the other side of the tree, looking for a similar skip to Noah. Didn't get quite as far.
Not much of a skip there. I feel like he had a good angle for it to skip to the basket, but just a little bit rough around, the green or the fairways. That can happen on a newish course.
Yeah, he's got about 35, 40 feet left, so he's right up there. JohnE getting just a little high, getting some shrubs. And without that last tree kick, I think it had a chance to get all the way to the hole. Hopefully he still has something for a look at his birdie.
Yeah, Cale needing to put some sort of move on this. Wow, a lot of hyzer on this shot.
Great looking line, and he is up there on the green, probably right around circle's edge.
Right by Alex.
You have all those guys missing that center tree, which is difficult to do with the distance that this hole creates.
I think we're going to see it. I really would love to see him bang one of these.
Yeah, we're due to see one go in now.
Come on, JohnE. We're all rooting for you here.
Yeah, and this would be to cap off a really solid round from him.
Oh, man.
All over it. Hit that top loop.
I wonder in what situations he chooses to go with that turbo putt. I noticed it. I mean, it wasn't too obstructed there, but he still went with it. I'm sure just comfortability of sorts.
For me, it's looked like his distance. He doesn't look like he jump ups for more than 60 feet. He'll usually go to that turbo.
Yeah.
Kind of that 60 to 80 before he starts throwing the disc. Alex, a little bit of too much height on that putt. Really would have liked to seen him finish with a birdie and really put together some sort of round, even though it wasn't his best day. Cale, knowing that Noah's pretty close here, really wants to solidify this here. Yeah. Solid putt from Cale. Good 8 down.
Great round out of Cale there.
Yep.
Cale's signature smooth putt. Kind of hyzer, but usually dead center, so the angle doesn't matter that much.
It's hyzer, but it's straight at the same time. And Noah from the other side of the basket here, only 20 feet left or so.
The man of the hour.
So shoot 11 down. I believe this will be the new course record, taking my previous record away.
Oh, man. Well, good job, Noah. 11 down.
Yeah, that was awesome to watch from Noah. Again, as we're finishing up here, I want to thank our sponsors, Northern Lights Disc Golf, Got to Go, Got to Throw, and OTB Disc. Again, check them out in the descriptions. Again, all of those links will be there as well, too, to the products. Got a couple par putts here to finish on. Alex skipping off the top of the basket.
Yeah, kind of that unfortunate flat top basket. That can happen. Oh, good.
Just enough there to get in. And again, without the nubs on the basket, sometimes that really helps.
Still not a bad round by Alex. Of course he wanted some more birdies, but he kept himself in it for sure.
Yeah, he'll still be in the mix, maybe, in the top 3 cards or so, probably. And again, we've talked about it a little bit, but this property is amazing. Again, Lake Superior Open, this course, or this tournament's been getting bigger and bigger every single year. So make sure you guys come back, next year for this tournament. You don't want to miss it.
Yeah,
JohnE just tapping out. Easy peasy. Kind of just moseying away now.
Yeah.
Off into the sunset with his wife.
Yeah, look at that thing just flip up from Cale. Gorgeous views out here. We'll be playing round 2 at the Superior Municipal Forest. It's a new course that was put in. Again, Lager donated 9 baskets to get it started, and the city put in the other 9. This is going to be a fun one to watch. We can't wait for round 2. Make sure you guys come back.
Yeah, I cannot wait, and I hope Noah stays hot. I'm assuming he's going to make top card.
Yeah.
Okay.
Myself, Ben Kroll, signing off.
Derek Sahr signing off. Thank you guys so much.
Take it easy.